AEW announced a major new signing. We have an update on the contract status of Cody Rhodes, and an injured SmackDown star is back this week. It's all in the wrestling news right now. We start with news that is both very nice and very evil. This is great. This is nice. It's good things happening to good people.
It's something I'm amazed has taken this long, if I'm being honest.
Danhausen is all elite. The boyhood dream has come true. So, during Dynamite, during that main event, that lights out match between Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole, very good match.
Yes.
They had a lovely time. Adam Cole went to pull a chair out from under the ring, and lo and behold, a common problem in some wrestling circles, a Danhausen was attached to it. Danhausen came out with the chair from under the ring. Big pop for Danhausen.
I mean, when isn't there going to be a huge pop for him? He's become just a complete sensation off his own back. So it's finally nice to see him on a scale, like a stage where, you know, he's going to be appreciated at such a massive scale compared to what he is on the indies, which is already massively beloved. But you know what I mean?
I appreciate how sort of wonderfully sort of anti-humour and lo-fi the debut was. Being pulled out with a chair, kind of gave the Cassidy thumbs up towards Cole, and then just wandered off. Like, you see him walking up the ramp just going, I don't know what's going on. It's just very Danhausen. I think I even heard JR laughing.
Yeah.
And that's good. Big Danhausen chant from the crowd, and then Tony Khan announcing that Danhausen is very much signed with AEW. So, I mean, with Danhausen joining the company, I know we have lots of conversations about they've got to stop hiring people, but I don't think Danhausen is a guy that essentially is going to join like a very heavy upper to main roster at the moment, but somebody that will definitely be working mid-card.
Danhausen's whole thing is, I think it lends itself so well to many positions on the card. So he's very versatile in how you can and can't use him, I guess. And then when that you know, you can get around it.
I think
there's ways. There's ways.
It's a great signing. You can hear Danhausen chatting with our very own Ross Tweddle on Straight to Hell. They had a great chat a little while back. The link is in the description down there. Hit a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, tell your mother, and all that jazz as well. Some other signings, for some other signing and contractual related news from AEW rather. Frankie Kazarian's sticking around.
Yeah.
Come to terms of the new deal. He's been there since 2019, so like he's an OG. And whilst I still feel we've got more to see from Kazarian. Like, we haven't, obviously, since the breakup of SCU, we haven't seen much from him. But I think a good guy to have on your team.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's so well-travelled, well-storied in the wrestling industry that even if he's never to receive a sustained, TV push again, he's worth infinitely more than you're paying him in terms of what he can bestow upon the talent, right? So, I think there's still more to see from Frankie Kazarian.
Oh,
yeah, I think we're still going to see some more juiciness.
I think he's somebody that would benefit from should they have the Forbidden Door evolve once more with doing stuff with Impact and places like that. Because I feel like there's some great stories to tell with Frankie Kazarian in Impact still.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we could be doing with the whole Forbidden Door, but I guess we've just got to wait and see if it gets any crazier this Saturday.
More on that in another video, you sucker, honestly. Marco Stunt gives us a little update, a little hint into what's happening in his world. It seems very much like we've reported his contract is expiring.
Yeah, I think it was PW Insider broke that news the other day.
PW Insider. He put out a tweet saying, as of right now, I'm accepting indie bookings, so I'm ready to go anywhere. I have my passport as well. I have open dates that I would love to fill. We haven't seen him on telly for a few months. Jurassic Express has started being called Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. So it looks as if Marco Stunt is away.
Well, it's certainly interesting, but at the same time, if he's not somebody I feel that AEW would just never use again.
No.
And it feels very much like Tony Khan's going in a similar route to kind of like the old territories where it's like, here are your dates. Like, you're here for this amount of time and, your contract is never quite terminated unless it's something very serious. It just kind of rolls out. So he's somebody I could definitely see, going out and then coming back as a bit of a big shock surprise, make a big save one day. I think it'd be great.
Like he did at GC Dub.
Yeah.
In that match with Joey Janela and Matt Cardona. So I don't think we'll never say goodbye completely. He has been doing some stuff for The Voice.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why he's not been on telly as much. He's doing the press, doing stuff for The Voice. So we'll see Marcus doing maybe release an album.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
That'd be lovely.
Do that, please.
Make it into a story.
There you go. We just give you booking ideas, Tony. Thanks. In return for that lovely check you send us, we'll just give you ideas, mate. It's fine. We've had some ideas on the future of Cody Rhodes for a little while. Talk of him becoming a free agent. Some sources saying that he's no longer under contract with the company.
Rumour and speculation that maybe, there's been a bit of a falling out or something. But, pinch of salt with all of that. The truth is, nobody really knows anything.
No.
Other than the fact that Cody is a free agent.
Exactly. And do you know what? Like a very overcrowded zoo, he addressed the multiple elephants in the room last night on AEW. So after his belter of a match with Sammy Guevara, that ladder match, oh my gosh, that cutter that Guevara does when he springboards off the one ladder and almost takes off into the atmosphere and comes back down. Oh, they had a lovely match. Cody addressed his future and said, there is so many elephants in the room. This is an insane week in wrestling. People think the Sean Ross Sapp story is BS. Look at Sean Fightful from Ross Sapp getting a shout out. No, it's not BS. I'm working here without a contract. I'm not even on payroll anymore. I'm working here on a handshake deal. That is 100% legitimate. But I can tell you this, I've never felt more at home under those lights, wrestling for the TNT title, a title that will never ever be secondary because of matches like that, pointing to the ladder match over there. But yeah, so Cody's sticking around, but he's just freewheeling it now.
Yeah, you can't. In my head, for me, this is all linked to his reality show, or
you said this yesterday.
Or maybe it's like, oh, I'm going to be doing a couple of things on TV over the next year, so I might not be around. Like, say if you got a recurring role on a TV show or something, because he's done that before. He was obviously part of Arrow. So if he had a sustained recurring role, it might be like, guys, I need to be off for 6-7 months. So at that point, there's no point really re-signing, is there? It could just kind of roll out. But I think it's something to do with that side of his career.
Yeah, you did say that yesterday, that they want it's a road to the top season finale. Cody Rhodes resign.
I can't see AEW just letting him go.
Be weird if they did.
Yeah.
Be weird if they did. An injured SmackDown star returns this week. Who are we talking about, Sam?
We are talking about Xavier Woods. Sorry, Xavier Woods. I always say Xavier rather than Xavier. So according to PW Insider, Xavier Woods is expected to return to the road at SmackDown this week after being off for a few weeks due to injury. So it's unclear right now whether he's cleared to wrestle, but the indicators are that he's on the road, so surely he must be almost there. Because they bring back people who are injured for promos and stuff, and light work where they're not going to get roughhoused and re-injure themselves. So it could be that he's gearing up, ready to go, and he's just coming back to get into the rhythm, get into some promos or whatever, and then maybe 2 weeks time he's good and wrestling, but we'll find out.
We will see. I think it's been I was sad when I heard he got injured because last year I think was a breakout year for him.
Yeah.
It's difficult when you're in a faction with talented guys, and he's very talented himself. When you're in there with talented guys like Kofi Kingston and Big E.
I mean, who could predict that momentum? Carrying 3 times.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, it kind of just got stopped against a brick wall, and we've got to sort of slowly wait for all of those bricks to fall down before we can move on.
Possibly trombones at the Royal Rumble on Saturday. Possibly trombones. Are you on Twitch tonight?
Yes, I am. It's Marble Mania. So 6 p.m. twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Come and do some randomised digital marble racing. It's not gambling.
It's not gambling, it's marbles. Remember that, kids. It's not when you tell your parents tonight, can we watch the Gambling Man? You're not watching the Gambling Man, you're watching the Marbleman doing Marble Mania. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Stay safe. Love you, bye.